Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap. So in today's session we are going to discuss about the settlement cycle, and we will be seeing that there will be a shift from the T+2 settlement cycle to T+1 settlement cycle in a phased manner. This has been set by the SEBI, that is Securities and Exchange Board of India. Okay, and what the settlement cycle is, what is the phased manner, who will it benefit, the whole process. So we will be understanding everything in today's session. Okay. So before starting with the news article, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and join our Telegram channel for the PDF of this session. You can get the link of the Telegram channel in the description box below. So these are some questions. I will be showing you some questions that we will be discussing again at the end of the session, and you will surely be able to answer these questions by the end. Okay. So what is the prevailing settlement cycle in the financial market of India? This is the first question, and the second question is that T+1 cycle is being implemented, okay, and what the T stands for in the T+1 or T+2 cycle. So the implementation of T+1 settlement cycle will happen, and the SEBI's chief Ajay Tyagi has said that the decision to implement T+1 settlement will be in a phased manner, that is step by step manner will be followed to implement the T+1 settlement cycle, and this process will begin from February 2022, and this will benefit the investors, and this will protect the investors' interest. So before understanding the phased manner, let's understand what this T+1 settlement cycle actually means. So see, T+1 is the settlement cycle. Here T refers to the transaction date. That is the date on which the transaction is happening, on the date that the buying and selling of the share is happening. I want to sell 20 shares, you want to buy 20 shares. So on the day, let's say Monday, on that day the transaction is happening. But see, there is a lag of currently the system of T+2 is being followed. Under this current system, there is a lag of 48 hours. That is, for 48 hours, for 2 days, you cannot ask for the payment or you cannot ask for the shares. So there is a lag of 48 hours for actual settlement of the payment or actual settlement of the shares. That is, if you are trading on Monday, if you are transacting on Monday, by Wednesday you will get your payment, or by Wednesday you will get your shares. Okay. So under the T+1, what will happen, that the market trade related settlements, the settlements of the payments, the settlements of the shares will need to be cleared within 1 day. So now you do not have to wait for the 48 hours. The settlement can be done within 24 hours also. Okay. Actual transactions taking place. So on the date that the actual transaction is taking place, that is on Monday, within 24 hours your payment will come to you or your shares will come to you. So you do not have to wait till Wednesday. Within 1 day only, within 24 hours only, your shares or your payment will come to you. So this is the system of the T+1, or this is the system of T+2. In T+2 you have to wait for 48 hours, or under 48 hours your money or your shares will come to you. In T+1, under 24 hours your payment or your share will come to you. So I hope you have understood the T+1 settlement cycle. Now understand the benefits, that why we are shifting from the T+2 to T+1. We are shifting from T+2 to T+1 because now under the T+1 the buying and selling will speed up, because you are getting your payment under 1 day, within 24 hours you will get your payment. Okay, so there will be more buying and selling, because now under 24 hours you are getting the payment. So you will, from this payment you will be able to buy more shares of some other company or of the same company if you feel that the profit will increase. So speeding up both buying and selling, as well as there will be high trading volume, that there will be more transactions, more volume of transactions that will happen, because there will be more frequency, there will be more number of the money and stocks getting exchanged or getting circulated. It will be a more efficient method, T+1, because now you do not have for the 48 hours. Now under 24 hours or within 24 hours you will be getting your payments or you will be getting your shares. Now foreign funds will follow the T+2 system only. We will see in the next slide. I hope you have understood the benefits. So now what is the benefit of the T+1 for different types of the investors? We saw what is the benefit for the whole market as a whole. Okay, it will become more efficient, it will become more productive, it will have higher volume of transactions. But for investors, there are two kind of investors. We can say domestic investors and the foreign investors. In domestic investors, they will have the T+1 system, but foreign investors will still follow the T+2 system, because see, foreign, like in India there are the stock exchange, like National Stock Exchange and the Bombay Stock Exchange institutions. In the foreign also there will be some institutions, so coordination between the foreign and the Indian institutions is a little tricky and it takes time. So at least 2 days are needed for the communication, for the coordination. So for foreign investors, the T+2 will be followed. For domestic investors, they will be having the T+1. Okay. So now domestic investors also, there are two types of domestic investors. There are big investors that we call the domestic institutional investors, we can say, or the corporates. And they have the small investors that we also call retail investors. So the big investors will be the one that will be benefiting the most, because see, small investors, let's say they are trading for 1 lakh. It is selling the shares, and it will gain 1 lakh. So it gain 1 lakh today, or it gain 1 lakh tomorrow, it won't lose very much. But if the big investor will have to get 200 crores, and the T+2 system is there, so it has to wait 48 hours. And under T+1, it only has to wait 24 hours. Under 24 hours, it will get the money. So it will get 1 day extra to put in some shares, or put the money somewhere and get the profits, get the interest, get the benefits, get the yield. So that's why for big investors, it will be a huge thing to change from the T+2 to T+1, and it will be very beneficial for the large volume, trading investors. Okay, so it will be very beneficial for the big investors, because they are trading in huge numbers, they are trading in huge volume. So it will be more beneficial for the big investors, as they will be gaining more. The settlement period will lessen. It will be only become within 1 day that you are settling your payments, you are settling your shares and all. It will be beneficial for small investors, but it won't affect that much, because small investors are trading in small numbers only. So process, now we understood that what T+1 is. Okay, that it is the settlement cycle, that within 1 day the settlement will be done. Now we will be understanding that how this implementation of the T+1 will happen in our country. And let me tell you one very important fact, that India will become the first country to adopt the T+1, and it will become the fastest financial market in the whole world, because it will be adopting the T+1. That is the fastest measure of settlement that can be done. Okay, in US also, in the most advanced financial market also, T+2 criteria is being followed. So for India to transfer from T+2 to T+1, there is a phased manner that has to be followed. So see, the National Stock Exchange and the Bombay Stock Exchange, they, in the starting, like in the September 2021, when the notification came, so National Stock Exchange and Bombay Stock Exchange, it was not compulsory for them to adopt the T+1. It was optional. But in the joint statement that it just came in this week, it was said that the SEBI has also allowed them to follow a phased manner to implement the T+1. And so both the stock markets will implement it through a phased manner. And see, the phased manner is that they will be listing all the shares, all the stocks, or all the companies into a descending list. Okay, descending means the largest market value or the largest market capitalization company, and the shares will come in the top, and the lowest will come to the bottom, and the bottom 100 stocks shall be available for the introduction of the T+1. That is, on the lowest, or the bottom 100 stocks, on the lowest value of the 100 stocks, this T+1 settlement will be followed, and this will be from the February 2022. Okay, and after February, from March, on every month, 500 stocks from the from the list of the stocks, from this list, they will be made available for the introduction of T+1 settlement. Now you will say that why we are doing this for the low value stocks only, or for the low value shares only, because if we directly adopt this policy of the T+1 to the Reliance or to the big shares like IRCTC, So it will be very problematic for the NSE and BSE to handle that kind of system. If we directly adopt it for the big shares, big value shares, big trading, like they are traded very much. So large volume of trading on these Reliance and IRCTC stocks or shares are going on. So it will be very troublesome for a NSE to or BSE to handle it. So that's why the phased manner is adopted, that first we will start from the bottom value, because they are not traded much. They do not have much value in the market. So we will start and we will see that how this process of the T+1 is going. And when we are well adopted, when we know that how the system works, then we will convert it from the then we will slowly take 500 more, 500 more, 500 more from the bottom, and then we will even take the higher ups into the system, into the T+1 settlement system. And this is how the NSE and BSE will adopt to it, and even the shareholders and the public will get the time to adopt to the T+1 settlement system. So now we can come to the question that SEBI is planning to implement the allotment of shares through the T+1 cycle, and currently we are following T+2, so we will be shifting to T+1. What does this T stands for? This T stands for the transaction date, and T+1 as a whole is said to be the settlement cycle. What is the prevailing settlement cycle in the financial market? I just told you that T+2 is the prevailing settlement cycle, and if the question is what we want to convert into, we want to convert into T+1. So thank you very much. If you have any query, you can mail us here or you can contact us through this number. Thank you very much.